In today's video, I combine one of my favourite old trucks, the Mack R, with one of my favourite modern engines, the Mack MP7. What could possibly go wrong? Good morning, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. My name's David Steele, and today we're going to be combining an engine and a truck that have been separated by decades of development and progress. But there's a catch. I'm going to be using a Mack R transmission, a 6-speed Mack R transmission no less, which is not the sort of gearbox that the Mack MP7 has been designed for. Now, I've given it a taller final drive, so it's better suited to a more efficient cruise, but there's only 6 ratios. The Mack M drive has double the number of ratios. So this is going to be an interesting exercise. Oh, and it's also manual, so we'll see how that goes. But first, wow, normally I can't combine talking truck with reversing into a trailer. Better manage it this time. Right, well, it's time to connect up, hit the road, and see how well we drive this thing. Well, this is going to be one of the weirdest experiences I've done, at least in the trucking game. So I got a manual shift 6-speed here. Great. The transmission takes a little bit of time to match. Well, no, the engine takes a little bit of time to match revs between gear shifts. So shifts are not that quick. And I am already noticing I'm short shifting. I'm shifting a little bit, a lot bit too early. But I'm used to a 10, 11 or 12 or whatever speed gearbox. And what that means is that the ratios are much closer together. So you lose fewer revs when you change up, so you don't end up pulling the engine back down to 700 RPM where it shouldn't be able to pull so strong. Well, I say shouldn't, but this MP7 so far is doing pretty good. This is a nearly 48,000 pound cargo of cement behind us, so it's I'm not wimping out here with a 7,000 pound cargo. Another observation of the Mack R, and it's one that I've always had, is headlights are pretty good, but not much to the side. So it's very hard to look at or spot side roads and where I'm supposed to go, like yards. So leaving here and merging left, one, I've got the traffic to contend with, and two, where's does the road go? Oh yeah, and not moving off in second gear. There's no gear display in this truck. And I'm not going to start cheating and looking at my gears. Alright, let's clear. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Let's see if I can manage this right turn a bit better than the last turn. So eased off completely, got to shift down pretty much every gear shift. There's not much block shifting going on here. Yeah, 1,000 revs, gonna have to change down pretty quick. But let's just maneuver. That's the 4th to 3rd, and there's a bigger rev gap there between the two. So another downshift, and okay, I didn't rush this one so much, and that certainly helped. Right, so back on the power. Let's try and shift up a little, a better speed this time. So not shifting up so early now, which is good. So 1700 revs, and yeah, also back down to 1,000 revs. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now, which is good. And you know, maybe I should comment or make some observations on the engine I'm using. So, as I said before, this is a Mack MP7, and I've based this model on the Maxidyne tune. So Mack have four basically tunes. There's the Econodyne, the Maxi Cruise, the Maxidyne, and the Refuse, or Trash, or Rubbish Truck tune. It's 325 horsepower. It's 1225 foot-pounds of torque. Now, those numbers are not exceptional, but don't need to be. What's more relevant is peak torque is from 1,000 to 1,200 RPM. The other torque curve is flat, about 1,400. And peak power is 1400 to 1900 revs. So I should be trying to avoid running the engine less than 1000 revs. And yes, I could run into the governor, I suppose, at 1900 revs. I don't really need to, because the gearbox is not too wide. So far, I'm getting used to it, and I'm enjoying this, and that's a good thing. Plus, it looks a beautiful game at this time of day, you know, once the sun's coming out. As far as acceleration and performance goes, and gears, it's doing okay. 55 at what, 1250-ish RPM, 1200. That's good enough. It's the sweet spot. It's peak torque revs. And if I were to get any feedback on my choice of engine tune here, yeah, the Maxi is the I think Mack basically describe it as high power, low speed, high performance, more of a vocational level of tune. In the ideal world, I'd be using the Econodyne or the Maxi Cruise. I think Maxi Cruise is considered the sort of balanced on-road tune. But I wanted less power. I wanted 325. I may do a follow-up video and give this little Mack R a lot more power. But right now, I wanted to try and keep it in the low 300s as befit the original truck engines. It kind of makes me wonder how well the original truck engines would work in the Mack Anthem. Anyway, one of the benefits of having a modern engine in the old truck is it will conform with the California regulations. I think other states are probably going the same way, if not already, which means I could legally drive this truck in the state of California. And I suppose therein is another video idea. Driving from Texas to California in a Mack R. May have ran that light, oops, but somehow got away with it. I didn't get a fine. Oh, my luck's in. So as I leave this town and the speed limits go up, I think it shows up the lack of power from the engine. It's not so much the transmission, the gearing is not that tall, I just don't have that much go-go under the hood. This is a World of Trucks trip, so I'm speed limited to 65, which would be about 1400 revs if I took it up to that speed. Nice external camera there shot. But I don't particularly need to get up to that speed, and it would take such a long time with the heavy cargo. No doubt I'll have to slow down as soon as I get to that speed. Or come across a way station, because that's what the game does. Well, welcome to New Mexico. I've travelled through New Mexico in the past, and having watched Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, this state has a little bit more of a meaning to me. That was a little cheeky truck. Okay. Where was I? Well, I just entered New Mexico. Yeah, I think that red pickup truck had a bit bigger of a fright than me. I wasn't really paying attention. Oopsie. Well, I think that's neutral. Yep, that's neutral. And I think making sure that I'm in neutral is one of the hardest aspects of the game, with no on-screen or no dashboard gear indicator. And when I use my shifter, it's easy, but I've not been able to record using a shifter without hearing the clunk clunk clack noise. Probably me swearing at missing shifts. Might make for an entertaining video, I suppose. Maybe one day. So hopefully by now you've spotted that I'm not using my my usual hazard yellow or banana yellow. Ooh, that'll be a train then. For this truck, I'm using a green truck. It's a metallic green. And why the green? Well, I just felt like a change. I really wanted to try the Mack R. I wasn't sure what kind of video I'd be making, so I was playing around with it. Decided I would just go with a different colour for once. Yeah, I like this colour. Kind of works for the truck as well. Nothing wrong with yellow, and I think it'd be quicker if it were yellow, of course. just going to hold on to this gear a little bit longer. See how well the MP7 performs if you bring it out a little bit. Yeah, it does okay. And there's not much advantage when I shift up. I still have 1,000 revs on or more. It still pulls just fine. Let's not hog the left lane. Let's move in and keep going. This is still my favourite view. I can't see the map, can't see the mirrors. I can see a mirror, but I can't see what's behind me. Can't see what's coming around the corner, but I still love this view. And, oh, here's my turn. Alright, let's use some engine brake time. Just quick downshift there, and yeah. Although I may have braked a little early, perhaps. Let's just release the jake. Yeah, I did. Well, thankfully it's dual carriageway, so I didn't disturb too many people that were following me. I think slowing down for corners or for junctions is one of the hardest parts of driving this, because I gotta get the gear selection just right. Maybe slow down a little bit too much too quickly, but I can get back on the power as we go around the corner. For a stock engine sound, the MP7 sounds pretty good as well, so definitely getting used to this bad boy now. I might substitute this engine out for the 395 horsepower version. That's the most powerful stock MP7 in the game. It will go up to at least 425. That's a 1560 foot-pound of torque engine, so I better check the specs and the transmission and make sure I'm not trying to put too much through it. Maybe 1225 is too much. Well, that was a weird speed combination. Dropped to 35 for 20 feet, back up to 45. Because I'm really going to do that. And we're coming up on our destination already. Well, that's a pretty good effort. Alright, well, I guess let's begin the deceleration. This time using a little less engine brake. Yeah, left turn. I don't know whether I'll be doing the difficult parking here. We'll see what I feel like. Well, one of my trucks, bright yellow.
Turn left.
Oh, that was a little aggressive there. Okay. Don't drive like a champ and pull in front of vehicles like that in a big rig. Or, for that matter, in any truck. He may have just honked me.
We're here.
Or was that a train?
Right on time.
Alright. Hello, mate. Got delivery. He is not interested. Okay, fine. Whatevs. Alright. Yeah, I don't feel like backing it up into that spot there. I'll just do the straightforward maneuver. Okay, so observations about the Mack R with the MP7. It works. I need to throw in a 6-speed transmission in there, but it works surprisingly well. I got used to driving this particular combination. It's not that much different to the other Mack engines. They're more modern, they sound different, but they pull great from 1,000 revs. Didn't particularly do this trip for economy reasons, and I dare say it's not been the most efficient, but it doesn't need to be. And it's a fairly heavy cargo as well. So let's just position this in the easy spot, and we'll see how well we do. Okay, I'm almost there. Almost. Just check behind me. Yeah, I'm in. Well, I'm in good enough. Gotta love those Z-Mod's sound stage effects as well. I think I'm gonna leave it idling. Let's go check in with the foreman, see what he thinks to the trip. So 186 miles. Not that much fuel use, 29.4 gallons. So that's about just over 1/6 of a gallon. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this, and if you have, you know exactly what to do. And if you haven't, you also know what to do. Leave a comment down below if you think I should try the same but in reverse, an old Mack engine in a new Mack truck. But thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.